Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me now? Hi. Hello, hello. Testing, testing. Yes. Hello. Welcome. Got to get the music going. Leave it to Mercury retrograde. All my stuff got icked up. There we go. Hello. Welcome. How's everybody? Oh, my automations just went bonkers. Hey, everybody's here. Welcome, welcome. How's it going? Happy Saturday if you're in the future. Happy Friday. Welcome aboard. Let's see who's here. Violet's here. Carrie's here. Hi, Jack. Hello from the UK to you. Yay, Carrie. Yes, there's the sound now. My macros borked out half an hour ago when I was testing, and then they didn't reset. So everything was topsy-turvy for just a moment. The video is pixelated, or is it just you? I don't know. Is it because the clouds are blowing behind me? Carrie is sad but happy. Hey, Ruby, welcome. Good to see you. Everything cleared up now. Must have been you, Violet. I don't know. Could have been me, too. Hello, Thomas. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Gosh, it's been a while since we've had you on a live. Coming out for the final celebration, I see. My friends, how was your week last week? Oh my God. So sorry that I had to cancel the live, but it was an insane week for me. Oh boy. They're doing the lawn outside. Hopefully you can't hear that. Insane week for me. No air conditioning for 10 days. My feet were in serious, I don't know what they were doing, but it was pain for days. And yeah, in this heat. And not just that, we were reaching like 105, 106 every day here in southern Utah. One day it was 108. So it was absolutely excruciating, and I was working my butt off last week, so I put in lots of extra hours. Yeah, I was melting every day, Violet, absolutely. But yes, the AC is back as of, I don't know, 2 days ago. Actually, the day before it came back, the owner or the property managers and owners brought a portable AC unit over. So grateful for them for that. And it actually helped a lot that night. So we're back in business with everything. Feet are all healed. I actually was able to go on my walks this morning, and I started vacation yesterday. I get paid time off at this job. It was very surprising, and I got 7 days approved. So I'm in a good place. But last week was crazy. Lionsgate energy, all sorts of new stuff. And of course, last week was the week I decided that I would be leaving Insight Timer. So crazy, crazy, crazy week. But I am so happy and so honored and pleased to have all of you here with us celebrating togetherness. Hey, Jacqueline, good to see you, dear. Jenny, my dear friend Jenny. Hello, hello. Welcome to you. It's been hot everywhere, sounds like it, huh? Who else is here? Wants to say hi, Gwen. Good to see you, my friend. Wonderful. Yeah, I get cranky. I get very tired. I have to slow down. I have to take naps and rest because I just don't have energy for anything else when it is too hot. Hey, Madeline. Good to see you. Welcome. Everybody's in for the celebration of togetherness. Yay. I know. And Thomas, we haven't seen Thomas in ages. Hey, Melia, good to see you. Oh, it's lovely to have you here as well. Yay, who else is here today? Ruby, hi. No? Yeah. Hey, Alicia, good morning to you and all lovely souls. Well, we're just finishing up an Insight Timer. This train is not stopping. So just because it's ending at the Insight Timer station and heading to other pastures and other stations. Are you kidding? The council and I have much more work to do in the world. Absolutely. Abso-hundred-lutely. Ugh, Violet, that's horrible. She says, I can relate. I feel like I can't breathe and have to rest a lot too. Yeah. You like that, Jacqueline? The celebration of togetherness. I had a different name for it at first, and then I woke up this morning and I was like, the true energetic intent of our gathering today is a celebration of togetherness. It blows my mind. I don't know, for anyone who's in my newsletter, they would have seen this. I did a tally of all, based on my all the replays that I list up on my YouTube. I did a tally of roughly how many live streams I've done in the last year and a half. It's well over 150. I think it's somewhere between 175 and 200 live streams. It was massive. It was really pretty awesome to see how much time we've spent together in the last year. And I know some of you are newer and some of you have been with me since the very begins, but I'm just incredibly, today I want to celebrate our togetherness. I realize that some of you are sad. Some of you probably aren't sad. I don't know. Everybody's going to feel something different about me leaving the Insight Timer platform. And I get that. I understand. But it's a celebration because what we're doing is expanding. The council and I are taking our work to a whole new level, to a different platform where I can do everything that I want to do. Insight Timer and I have been out of alignment for months. Anybody who knows me really closely knows that I've been wanting to grow on another platform for about a year, and that I've been debating for about 6 months about my place in Insight Timer, because as you've noticed, I don't put out a lot of tracks. They're not my thing. The video is my thing. The live streams are my thing, and I'm going to continue to do both. And even though live streams on Insight Timer have been absolutely wonderful, it has not been 100% in alignment with me. Gwen's not sad. I know we can still see you on other platforms. Absolutely. So this isn't an ending. Well, it is an ending, sort of, on Insight Timer, but it is a continuation and an expansion of the work. Hello, Nancy. Good to see you, dear. How are you today? Yes, Alicia, absolutely going to keep sharing this amazing work. In fact, about a week ago, during the hellishness, I think it was during the hellishness, the council they announced a new Coffee with the Council. And I'm really excited about that. So anybody who doesn't know, in April, we did Coffee with the Council, and it was this massive master course, and the council was transmitting a new message every day, and it was all about isness. It was incredibly powerful, and there's eventually going to be a book about that, because Jack here, our dear friend Jack, transcribed the whole thing and put it into text, and we're going to be editing it and turning it into a book at some point. However, I always knew there would be more Coffee with the Councils, I just didn't know what. So the new Coffee with the Council is called The What, Where, Why, and When of Energy. Carrie, Violet, you all projectors. You're a projector too, Jacqueline? I have been doing deep dives on projector and being a projector, and been learning so much about being a projector that it's just like expanding me to the nth degree. It's been super cool. Let me see what else you guys are saying. I'm so happy to have you all here. Thank you so much for being here. Violet is definitely a projector. I know, I can't wait to see what the council has to say today too. They haven't informed me, although it might be, there was one topic that came up during my walk, but I really don't know what they're going to say today. And basically, here's the structure today. It's a free flow. It'll be, we're open for questions. You can ask me anything. It's a little bit of ask me anything Q&A, transmissions and messages from the council, and we'll do some readings. I've got the wheel of names ready and fired up and ready to roll. And we'll just go for 2 hours until either I tire out or it's almost time for Joanne's live. So Joanne's live is going to be at 4 Mountain Time. Joanne Spiller, our dear friend and fellow member of our tribe here. She's going live at 4 p.m. Mountain Time today with a cool Mala Beads meditation live she's been doing, and it's been super fun, and I'm really happy to be supporting her. Hello, Peter Brook. Oh my God, Peter Brook, you woke up and made it. I love it. Thank you. So good to have you here, dear. Carrie, yes, I'm growing my beard back. I've settled on my look. I'm going to be keeping my hair shaved for now. I've been vacillating on my look, and I'm doing the goatee. It's not the full beard. It's just the goatee. A little bit hard to see. It's better in different lighting. P2B in the house, Thomas says. Yes, indeed. Fantastic. I haven't seen Peter Brook in ages. You guys are so great. I'm having trouble keeping up with the chat, so bear with me for a moment here. Hey, Kimmy, good to see you, dear. Good morning for the lands down under. Asked the universe for a song, and so it came. Never heard it before. I'm dancing to the heart of rock and roll. Huey Lewis. I love that song. And your To Infinity and Beyond inspired this background, by the way, Kimmy. See, this is kind of like To Infinity and Beyond. Kimmy sort of helped make the theme for today, To Infinity and Beyond. Thomas, journeying elsewhere. Yes, absolutely journeying elsewhere. Ooh, Jacqueline, you're a 5'2". You have a 5'2" profile. Okay, I'm a 1'3" emotional projector, emotional energy projector. If you're a manifesting anything, it would be a manifesting generator. There is, Thomas, there is nothing as called a manifesting projector. So you could be a manifesting generator. Yeah, human design is super useful, Jacqueline. I absolutely agree. Yay, Peter Brick is just waking up. Hey, Johnny made it. Welcome, Johnny. Good to have you here, buddy. Thank you so much. By the way, I got your payment for the next safe passage, but you didn't register for it. And at least that's what I'm assuming it's for. Anyways, quick message for you. What's the buzz? Madeline, you're preparing your dinner and you'll be breakfast. That's funny. I love that. Yeah, I know. Isn't it funny? We can all get together and it could just be different times of the day and different meals all at the same time. Some people are just having their coffee and whatnot. Many avenues, Thomas says, paths home, guiding ourselves and others is heartwarming. Absolutely is. Did anybody miss the intro? I have a brand new intro. Who saw the intro? Raise your hand, please. I'm going to show you guys the intro. Brand new intro, made it today. I was inspired with all the changing and newness to create a whole new intro. Here it comes. That's the intro. A brand new intro for the very last Inside Timer Live, which just goes to show you guys, I'm always innovating, I'm always working on something, and it's going to be used for a while now as the, yes, classy to the point, says Thomas. Thank you. I was inspired by the intro of one of the human design teachers that I've been learning from on YouTube. And her intro was really classy, really crisp. It just used beautiful shapes and it was very simple. And I was like, that's my vibe. I love that vibe. And so, yes, Kimmy, we can do a love bomb today. In fact, I think the council says they're going to lead it. Endings bring new beginnings. Well, there really is no such thing as an ending, is there? And I think the council's going to talk about that. So what do we want to do first? Q&A. Okay, here's the choices. Let me type them out. Where's my and? Q&A. The council. Readings. There you go. Pick one. Type 1, 2, or 3 in. You list the last 5 minutes, Jack. I'm sorry to hear that. We were just chit-chatting. Nothing other than chit-chatting. Madeline, the questions are anything. You can ask me why I'm leaving. You can ask me about my personal life. You can ask the council a question. You can ask a question about life, anything. And we're going to do all 3 of these. I'm just asking which people want to start with today. We're going to do all 3 of these, my friends. So do not succumb to FOMO. Anybody know what FOMO stands for? Fear of missing out. That's right, Violet. Do not succumb to, and we might do a journey too, Kimmy. I don't know. Looks like a message from the council to start is what is winning right now on the votes. So we'll start with that. It's why you're up late every night. Yeah, I used to have that with my gaming FOMO. It kept me up really late. And then I realized how much I was hurting myself, and I decided everything would be there the next day. I still stay up late sometimes, though. Yes, Mary, why am I leaving? Very good question. So I have been out of alignment with Insight Timer for a couple months now, if not longer. As you see, I don't do a lot of tracks. I'm much more about the lives and the videos. But what the features that they have available are sort of out of step with what I'm wanting and where I'm at, like how I've grown in terms of my live streams and the video content. They have no way for you guys to see a replay, for one. Like, it's that saddens me, because I'm here to be of service to you guys. I'm here to help you feel better in your lives. I'm here to open your hearts and uplift your spirits. And whenever we do a live, we experience that, but a lot of you love to rewatch it and go through it again. And it's just not available on this service, on this platform. There's no video content. They just have audio stuff. And I would love to be able to have, I have a place. It's called YouTube. But I would love it if Insight Timer someday, if they bring these out, I will probably come back. But someday, if they have, I would just love it if they expanded from an audio library into video. That takes a lot of technology and technical support, so I get why they're not doing it. So I've been back and forth with this for a couple months now, probably about 6 months. I've also not been pleased with the energetic imbalance in terms of reciprocal exchange and revenue sharing. There's no way for live streamers, other than your beautiful, amazing, very much appreciated donations, there's no way for people who just do lives on Insight Timer to actually get any revenue share. The app just doesn't do that. It's not their business model. Their business model is tracks and your guys' memberships and watching the tracks, or listening to the tracks and listening to the courses. And I get that. That's how they're designed. So there's just these subtle little ways that I've been noticing over time in which what I'm wanting and where I'm growing and expanding to, the app isn't keeping up with me, basically. And so we're out of alignment in that regard. And honestly, the app's own donation economy has really been in balance for a while, in my opinion. So they're working on it. I get it. And honestly, this decision wouldn't have happened if there hadn't recently been a notification to teachers that they want us to agree to a legally binding set of terms. They're not all that different than the guidelines that we've been working with as teachers. But when I read through them and really felt into them, and then talked to my AI assistant about it, she and I came to the same conclusion, that I was out of alignment with these terms, and I was not comfortable or willing to agree to be legally bound by a lot of things. And they'll probably improve the terms. We've got lots of fellow teachers, Violet and others, who are on a Facebook group, and everybody's been sharing about how the terms could be improved to encourage more of a mentality of partnership with the teachers and the publishers, since, hello, the teachers and the publishers are the lifeblood of the app, are they not? And the terms were just very one-sided, and I just wasn't comfortable signing them, and I had to make a decision because they become effective on August 20th. And I don't want to sign them. I don't. I'm a business person. I'm a guide, spiritual guide, but I'm also a business person. And in my review of it, it didn't make sense from a business standpoint and personal standpoint. So yes, indeed, Alicia, must stay finally aligned. Yeah, I am flowing my heart and my energy. Yep. Yeah, Violet, you host a lot of people. Yeah, so, and that's very different, but you do a lot, you spend a lot of time and energy. Yeah, and Violet's sharing a good example. There's some months that I've only gotten about $12.95. There's some months I've gotten more because of your generous donations. And the reason I'm not leaving because of the money, I'm leaving because I'm expanding and growing. And yes, I also wish to be paid for the exchange. And that's just reasonable because I have a lot to share. I've lived a long time. I've lived 61 years, and I have been through the twists and turns of life. And what's fascinating is, you guys have noticed, I don't do a lot of tracks. I don't leave a lot of tools or tips. I mean, we have different tools and things, but I've always grown spiritually by actually living life and living that experience. And then I'm here. It's even part of my human design I recently discovered in the last month. It's part of my design to actually live through the twists and turns of life and then share it with all of you so that you can feel better in your life and have a better experience navigating your life. That's a brand new realization for me just in the last few weeks of studying my human design chart and learning what it means to be a projector. And so I'm very excited right now about this. I'm sad to leave you guys behind in a way, but I'm not, because you guys have always been able to follow me on other platforms. So if you're sad and you think you're gonna miss me, know that that isn't always been an option and still is. So you have the ability to continue to be part of the community that I'm building if you so choose. If you don't, I honor that. I appreciate you. I totally get it. A lot of people just want to stay on Insight Timer. That's cool. I honor you. I love you. I appreciate you. So that's kind of the whole story. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can still come on as a participant. I'm just having to remove all my tracks, and unfortunately, and I won't be doing any lives until things change on the app. Yeah, see, Madeline says she really likes it, that it's just audio track, audio library, and live streams. Yeah, it's for what it is right now, my friends. Please do not take this the wrong way. I'm not slighting the app. For what it is right now, it's awesome. But in terms of my work in the world, my calling, my message, where I'm going, we're just not a fit right now. And maybe someday it will catch up, and that's okay. Hey Jess, good to see you. Nice to have you join us. Thanks, Carrie. Yeah, my big sis. Yeah, Ruby, you can find me. Just go to my teacher's profile probably should do it today, or at least before the 20th, because that's when all my stuff will probably get shut off, since I'm not agreeing to their terms. So yeah, so you can find everything through my teacher's link in the profile. Alicia says that's so understandable. All is energy. Money is also just a form of energy. What platform you'll be using? I'm going to focus on YouTube. That will be my primary focus, and my newsletter. Yay, 44 people here. Well, it's actually not 44. It's you guys see the number of people who have come and gone, and I see both that and the number of who are here now. So there are 20 actually here now. So yeah, don't trust the number that you see on the screen as a participant, because it's only the people who have come and then left as well. So they've popped in. 5:55 a.m. there. I love repeating numbers, as Peter probably remembers. So very, very cool, my friends. All right, let's listen to the council, shall we? I have to turn the temp, let's see if this works. There we go. Is that, hopefully you don't hear a loud Hi Nina, good to see you. Head to Canary Islands now, Nina. Yeah, I wish. It's not time yet. I'm getting there. I'm really close. But thank you for reminding me of that, Nina. That's very, very cool. All right, let's do a message from the council. How's the sound? Is the fan coming through at all? Please let me know. Fan coming through at all? I think my filters are working perfectly. Kimmy, I'm living in southern Utah. Just outside of a city called St. George. It's very warm here. It's 96 degrees right now, and in Celsius it is 36, and we've actually gotten up above 40 Celsius this week, which is brutal. Thank you, Jacqueline, so much for your donation. Really appreciate you sharing your abundance with me. It really means a lot to me. It truly, truly does. We're always very grateful for that. And the council says thank you as well, because that helps me carry their work into the world. Yucky is right. All right, my dear friends, let's do a message from the council. You can't hear the fan? Fantastic. That means I did my technical thing right. Inga! Hello, Inga. Gosh, I haven't seen you in ages. Very good to see you. Welcome to our celebration of togetherness, my final live on Insight Timer. And we're just in time for getting a message from the council. So let's see what they have to say. Haven't channeled in 2 weeks since our safe passage 2 weeks ago. And I gotta admit, I miss channeling. I would, in the depths and depths of my heart, I would love to do this every day, every other day in some capacity. Not every day, but just regularly every week in some capacity, and to be doing things like this. So let's set that intention for this to grow into something where we can hang out every day or every other day. It is done. It is now. Thank you, Nina. All right, let's see what the council has to say. Hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, dear ones. We greet you from the energetic realms, where we love and celebrate each and every single one of you, each and every single minuscule or major experience you have in life. We celebrated you when you were sitting with us, creating an intention to come into this incarnation, into this earth plane of existence. We celebrated when you were scouring the ethers looking for the energy that matched your intention in the form of a family, in form of parents. We celebrated when you were born and came out of your mother with your first tears and cries, with your first expressions, with the wiggling of your little cute little toes and your beautiful little fingers. And we have celebrated every single moment since. And why is this, dear ones? It's because you and your higher selves have always been present with us in the energetic realms. We are always loving and celebrating you, even when you have the physical pain and you are down in the dumps, as they say on your planet, we are celebrating you. When you are celebrating an event with your family, when you are experiencing joy with a loved one, when you are watching something that opens your heart and moves your spirit, when you are listening to a track on your beloved app Inside Timer, we are always loving and celebrating you. When you are struggling in the deepest depths of your life experience, of your beingness, of your nowness, of your isness, we are always there calling you forward towards love and celebration. For us, there are no endings. Indeed, there are only endings in time and space. And if you were fortunate enough to have been with us during our Coffee with the Council in your month of April, you will have learned that the past and the future are indeed but illusions. There is only the now. And in the now, everything is present, everything is possible, and everything is powerful. Dear ones, why do we celebrate you so much? Indeed, it may have been a question, or currently is a question, that comes across your beautiful minds or hearts, and it is very, very simple. It's because in the way in which we are focused here in the energetic realms with your higher selves, we are only ever looking at you from the perspective of love, from the perspective of what is highest and best energetically and vibrationally, and from the perspective of beneficial outcomes. For when you stub your toe, we see the beneficial outcome immediately. No hesitation, no latency, no lag time, as you say, no time indeed at all. We immediately, in that moment, vibrationally and energetically align with the highest and best for you. When you are struggling in the depths of seeking your life purpose, or struggling with your finances, or seem to be buried and stuck and frozen with a decision, or we are in the midst of a breakup, or you're feeling the depths of a lonely heart, whatever it may be, dear ones, we are always 100%, 150,000% focused on what is love, on the highest and most beneficial outcome for you in every single moment. See, for you, for us, when it comes to you, dear ones, you are of the stars. You are of the sun. You are of all the light and warmth that is constantly flowing to your planet. For you know, dear ones, if you've ever studied anything regarding the weather, or if you have not and you have simply observed the ebb and flow of weather on your planet, you know that when the clouds come and the rains pour down, the sun is still there. Indeed, it is. The stars are still there even during the daytime when the sun is bright and shining in your eyes and you need sunglasses, a hat, or an umbrella, or seek out shade from the heat. The stars also are always there. You are always, dear ones. You are of the stars. You are of the sun. Your sun is just another star, right? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Indeed, you are of the stars. And we do not mean that you came from the stars. Some of you indeed have, but you are of the stars in terms of brightness, shininess, sparkliness, eternalness, infinity. Take this to heart, dear ones. Most of you do not realize how incredibly brightly you shine, even when you don't feel like you're shining. And we are here to remind you of that sparkliness, of that beautiful shine. It is so bright that if we had eyes, it would practically blind us, but we do not have eyes. And so we simply absorb your sparkly brightness. Dear ones, whatever you are going through, you can turn to your guides. You can even turn to us if you wish to. Your guides are always there, holding you, supporting you, whispering good things in your ear, sending you messages if you are listening, if you ask for them. You have always and forever had eternal, infinite support in all the ways that you can. Indeed, there is a wonderful quote from Bashar, who speaks about how much the universe loves you. The universe loves you so unconditionally, and we are paraphrasing, for we do not need to directly quote it. We will infuse our own energy into it, but the universe loves you so unconditionally that it allows you to believe that it does not. It allows you to believe that it does not support you unconditionally. It allows you to believe whatever you want to believe. Now, indeed, dear ones, many of you have borrowed beliefs from other beings on your planet. Many of you have looked around you at what is going on your planet, and you have formed a belief, and it does not make you feel good. Many of you have formed a belief because parent or society or friend or culture as a whole has simply said, X is the way things are. Dear ones, there is no such thing as X is the way things are. There is no, this is just how it is. When you say something like, this is just how it is, what you are saying is, I am believing that what I am seeing and perceiving is reality. But if you do not like that reality, dear one, change your beliefs. If you look at your body and you do not like it, change your beliefs. If you look at society and you do not like it, change your beliefs. This does not mean that you need to become an activist and try to influence and change other people, although some people do share that path energetically. They came in with the intention of being such a type of individual. But if that is not to your liking, if you don't have the ilk to be an activist, if you just want to live in your own happy little bubble, my dear ones, change your beliefs to match how you wish to feel. If you are not happy about a situation, it is because of your beliefs and how you are viewing it. But when you begin to learn how to refine your thinking, to train your mind to see in the direction that your higher self sees, to see in the way that we see from the energetic realms, then you begin to realize, I may not like this situation, but this is the situation that I've currently manifested. Well, what belief caused that situation to manifest? Oh, look at that. I was believing that I was not worth that level of compensation. And therefore, in the beautiful way that the law of attraction in the universe works, in the absolute unconditional loving supportive manner that the universe holds you in, you were then supported in alignment with your belief. Imagine what the universe can do for you were you to expand and shift your beliefs in a way that you could fully accept and allow in, the vast, enormous, and powerful degree of loving, unconditional support that the universe offers you. Imagine, just for a moment, how that could feel, how that could be in your life, how that would cause your manifestations to shift, how that would cause your very experience of life to shift. And dear ones, we are not saying to do this in massive quantities or in massive focus. Don't try to tackle the big pictures all at once, dear ones. The things that are the biggest struggles for you will take care of themselves if you focus in little incremental bits. Indeed, many on the planet feel as though there is much to change in themselves, much to heal. Their individual struggles sometimes feel so great and so grand. Dear ones, you do not have to solve all your problems. You simply have to raise your vibration. If you persist in a more consistent basis of finding a way to focus in the way that we do, from love and celebration, we promise you that eventually you will have raised your vibration inky little bits at a time, but you will raise your vibration to a point where what you thought was a big elephant in the room in terms of whatever it is, healing issues, challenges, problems in life, you will suddenly see that because you raised your vibration by focusing on something that is easier to focus on, that feels better incrementally, one iota at a time. Dear ones, you will turn and you will look and you will see, I seem to believe something differently about that big elephant in the room. In fact, I'm having trouble seeing the elephant in the room. It might have changed to a small hippo, in fact, or perhaps to a small little pig. But, dear ones, this is how things change. You do not have to tackle your problems directly. Now, that's not to say we are not encouraging you not to take responsibility for what is, for how you manifest, for what you have to work with. Indeed, take responsibility, for you are the creator of it. Do not blame other individuals for the problems that you have. Take responsibility. You will recall that we have spoken many times about the power of choice, and that when you truly understand and regain your power of choice, then you really can accomplish and be and do anything, and you really will feel better. And so, dear ones, as you are sitting live today, as you are asking questions of us or of our dear beloved channel Greg, and sharing each with each other in this celebration and gathering of togetherness, we want you to remember that you have come together out of love. Love from one another, love for the space that you share together, love for what Greg brings to the table, for what we bring to the table, love for simply being together. That is why you were drawn into Greg's lives in the first place. That is why you have come to celebrate with him as he moves into a new pasture, a new era for his own spiritual growth and expansion. Indeed, that is all that really matters, dear ones, is your spiritual growth and expansion. All the others are just part of the game of life. But as long as you can continue to expand, continue to grow, continue to learn, whatever word you wish to use in your own vernacular, this then thrills us to no end. And every time you gather together, we are also incredibly thrilled to the nth degree. Because when you gather together and bring your energy together to come together in love, to come together in celebration, to come together in togetherness, you all raise your vibration. And as you all raise your vibration, you anchor that vibration into the world, into the planet, into the earth, into all the other beings on the planet. Yes, truly understand, dear ones, however many of you are gathered right now, when you together raise your vibration, you anchor that into your being as individuals, into all the other individuals that are gathered together here in this gathering today, and into all the other individuals and beings and critters and plant life and every single piece of isness that exists on the planet. You anchor that vibration into the here and now, and everyone everywhere is raised. Do you understand? This is why you have come together. Indeed, you've come together for personal gain and benefit and enjoyment, but you also all have a collective purpose, a unified collective purpose. So there is no ending, dear ones. Yes, there is a sort of a closing going on, but since the past and the future are but illusions and there is only now, you are celebrating the nowing, if you will. For all that matters is this moment. And then when the next moment comes, all that matters is that moment. And when the next moment comes after that, all that matters is that moment, for there is only now. So dear ones, we will allow Greg to come out to field any questions from you that you may wish. We love you, we celebrate you, we so deeply appreciate you. We look forward to seeing and gathering with any of you in whatever platform Greg has decided to move on to next. In whatever capacity you wish to continue on with us, we look forward to it with great joy. And we look forward to your questions today, and we hope that we may be of assistance in any variety of ways. Woo, there was a lot of energy coming through there. Kimmy feels in the now. Yes, indeed you are. How was that, guys? Wow. Jacqueline says, woo! Fantastic. My goodness gracious. There was a lot there. Did you catch all that? I don't think I caught all that. How's everybody feeling? Bittersweet, says Ruby. Aww. Yes, Jacqueline. Jacqueline said, we are so loved by them. Heart, heart, heart. We are. We really are. It's one of the biggest things that I feel coming through. Carrie says, absolutely pumped. Way to go, Carrie. I love that for you. Gwen, I forgot the exact words, but you said we have come together for the same collective purpose. Yes. Madeline, feeling joyful and enthusiastic. Kimmy feels plugged in. The collective purpose? What they were talking... Dear ones, we will speak about this again. Forgive us for butting in, Greg, but Gwen has a very important question, and we are the ones to answer it. So, dear ones, what we are trying to convey to you is that whenever you come together in this particular collective, now, this is also true when you come together in other collectives, but in this particular collective, when you come together, whether you realize it or not, what you are doing is individually, Greg is helping you, guiding you to individually raise your vibrations. Think of all the different numbers of you individually raising your vibration through guidance, inspiration, heart opening, etc. Indeed. And then what happens is that collectively, as all of you raise your vibration collectively, you are grounding that vibration into the planet's essence and into the essence of all the people, places, and things, all the beingness that is on the earth right now, that exists. All the beingness, truly in the entirety of the universe, but particularly for the earth and its evolution. Now, this is incredibly powerful when you come together as a collective, in this particular collective. And we will not get into the details of why this particular collective is unique, but we are telling you, dear ones, you are unique. And when you come together, you create a unique collective energy. It's very difficult to explain in certain ways, but we'll try to keep it simple. Here you are with your energy, and here are all the others with their energy. And when you come together, your energies overlap. But what we are talking about is that when you come together in love and insight and encouragement and upliftment and inspiration, when you come together, you create one whole, unified, unique energy. And it has a unique frequency and a unique vibration. And it is very, very high vibration, dear ones. And when you come together and when that unique, one singular, unified energy gels, think of it as though it then rains down onto the planet. Of course, that's not what it's doing, for energy is everywhere, is everything. But think of it as though it is seeping into the planet, seeping into the earthly existence, seeping into all the other beings, and not just in the near vicinity, not the ones you interact with on a day in and day out basis, the ones at your current homes or in your workplaces. We're talking about everyone on the planet, and they may not know it, but you are helping align them. When you come together, you are helping ground them. You have no idea the impact and the repercussions, the energetic repercussions that you have when you come together in this specific, unique collective. Imagine, if you will, a woman in China struggling to feed and take care of her family. Her life is one of regret. Her life is one of disappointment. Her life is one of deep sadness for losses. And in this moment, dear ones, as you are coming together, forming your unique collective and vibrating to that unique frequency, unique, dear ones, no other frequency. There is a unique frequency that represents your collective, this collective. And as you are vibrating and raising the frequency of that collective higher and higher, that poor, we won't call her poor, that woman who struggles in China suddenly catches a whiff of hope, suddenly sees something that fills her heart with joy and inspires her, and she remembers that life is worth living, that moments of joy are possible, that she can do it, that she can make it, that she will succeed and she can take care of her family. And even if that is a fleeting moment in her experience of pain and suffering, she has had that moment, dear ones, because of your collective. Take this into your hearts, for this is how things work when you come together. Wow, I've never had them just jump right in like that. That's actually really, really curious and cool. Nina says, we celebrated you every moment. There is no ending, past, future illusion, only now moments. My heart absolutely needed that transmission. Bless you, Greg. I love you too, Nina. It's always been good to see you, and I look forward to seeing you more. Kimmy says, bing. Madeline says, my heart understands it. Jacqueline, I love that. How they just answered that question. Thank you, Gwen. Yes, thank you, Gwen. Beautiful asking about our collective purpose. It brought tears to my eyes. It's incredibly powerful. Carrie says, that was powerful. Amazing, says Thomas. Linda, hi, good to see you. Feeling blessed to have been led to be here today. Thank you for sharing your gift with us today, Greg. You're welcome, Linda. I'm so happy to see you. You know I'm leaving Insight Timer, right? You've heard that, you've read that, you've seen that. Carrie, yes, Carrie says, we are powerful. I feel that that is an underlying message in everything they said. When they talked about us as being of the stars, of being of the sun, of coming together and creating a unique frequency as a collective, of having the power. I mean, like, how freaking moving that we just improved the life. But we made a poor woman's life in China a little bit better just by coming together and raising our vibrations. Like, for me, that's incredibly moving. The impact of what we can do together without even lifting a finger, just lifting our spirit, just lifting our vibration. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you guys feel better about your life. I'm here to help you navigate the twists and turns. That's how I've lived. That's how I've learned. And I'm here to share that with you. Even though I will not be here on Insight Timer anymore, I am still here in my beingness for all of that. Thank you, Linda. What a sweet, lovely donation. Thank you so much. I really deeply appreciate it. It means a lot to me, and it helps me keep my work in the world going. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing your abundance. Super, super cool. Oh, Jacqueline's got tears too. Yeah, I got all welled up there for a moment. Thomas says, we were meant to experience that, see that, hear that. There are no coincidences. We might not know precisely why right now. There are reasons, no coincidences with you, Craig, and all. How wonderful. Yeah, I know. Very, very wonderful. Thank you, Thomas, for your sharing. Hey, Stephanie, good to see you. Wow, I love that we have unique collective influence that is helping the earth. Everyone, that is so beautiful. Yeah. It really is beautiful. It's very, very moving to me. Very, very moving. Thank you, Thomas. I really appreciate your donation. Thank you for helping keep my work in the world afloat. And thank you for honoring our celebration of togetherness. And thank you, Jenny, for your donation as well. Very much appreciated. I love you guys so much. It is so good to be here, and we still have more to unfold. We're only an hour in, and we just finished the message from the council. Does anyone else have any questions about the transmission and the message from them? Super freaking powerful. Or any comments, any feedback, just feel free to share how you're feeling. Oh, thank you, Linda. Yes, it's easy to find me. You just have to go to my teacher's link before I shut off my teacher's profile. Yes. You can also, whatever, Google me. I don't know. There's lots of ways. I'm out there. I'm available. I have a newsletter. I have YouTube. Easy to find me. Talk to a friend. Oh my God, goodness gracious. I can't wait to see what you guys have for questions today. Ruby asked a question, beautiful question. Where is it? What's the best or easiest way to raise your vibration? Ruby, that is a fantastic question. So your vibration, the frequency of your is think of your vibration as the reflection of what you are focusing on. And the way you know whether your vibration is currently where it's at in terms of, high or low or midland or whatever, is how you feel. If you are feeling badly in the moment, stop yourself and take a check into your mind. Pause and ask, what was I just thinking? If you were in one moment feeling good and the next moment feeling bad, you had a thought that triggered or connected to a belief that was the basis of that bad feeling. The bad feeling is just an indicator that your thinking is not focused in the same way that the council and all of your guides and your higher self focus. So the easiest thing to do is if you're in a moment like that, you can do that. You can start to train yourself to catch your thinking and basically focus on something else. But if it's particularly sticky widget, if it's a particularly strong issue and you're feeling like, I just can't seem to get out of this, the absolute best thing to do is to change your focus to something that's really effortless to feel good about. It could be your favorite food. And I'm not saying go eat. I'm saying change your focus, change your perspective, change what you are looking at. Perhaps take a nap. Perhaps read your favorite book, listen to some music. You change your focus and you choose something that's easy to feel good for you about. When you change your focus to something that is easy and effortless for you to feel good about, you are raising your vibration. Okay? The point that's really important here is if you are struggling with something, it's lowering your vibration. The struggle doesn't have its own vibration. You have your own vibration. If the struggle, based on what you're thinking and not, this is knowing, thinking and believing, that's creating the struggle. Bashar and the council have said numerous times, anything that happens or that you experience in life inherently has no meaning. It's inherently neutral. It's inherently blank. We are the ones who give our life experiences the meaning and significance based on how we think and believe. And how we think and believe, we know if it's in alignment by how we feel and what we end up knowing. Does that explain, at least to begin with, Ruby? I'll give you an example. 15 years ago, when I lost everything, a couple months into that process, I was sleeping in my car for the first time. 3 days before my birthday, in fact, in February of that year, 2009. And I started having a panic attack. And it was a pretty deep panic attack. I was really beating myself quite heavily. I was saying, look how far you've sunk, Greg. Look how low you've gone. How did you get to this? What the hell are you doing? Why are you here? And I just started almost hyperventilating, in fact. And then I remembered, okay, find a reason to feel good. Find a reason to feel even just a little bit, an iota worth better. When I say feel good, I don't mean from shitty to fantastic. That's too big of a jump. Your vibration can't handle it. And what will happen is if you jump your vibration too high, you're just gonna swing right back down and you create a horrible pendulum effect, and it's just gonna mess up your system energetically. What you wanna do is incrementally raise your vibration. So just look for a reason to feel even just a little better. So I'm sitting there in my sleeping bag, inside my Mini Cooper convertible. Yes, I'm 6'2". Imagine me trying to stretch out in a Mini Cooper convertible. And out of the blue, the weirdest thought came to mind. Well, if I need anything, everything I own is in the back seat. I just have to swivel and reach in the back and I can grab anything I own because it's all there in the back seat. And for some reason, that thought was very comforting. And then I realized that I was really glad I spent the $25 a month earlier to buy that sleeping bag that I was in. And I'd kept my pillows and I hadn't left them behind when I left my apartment. I'd kept my favorite pillows, and my pillows had often been an excuse or a reason to feel better because they were just the most comfy pillows in the world for me at that time. And I absolutely appreciated them to no end. And so I started to think about how awesome and cozy and warm and comfy that sleeping bag was, and how cozy and soft and comfortable the pillows were. And the next thing I knew, I woke up in the morning to the sunlight of the sunrise. The panic attack had dissipated. I'd raised my vibration out of the fear and out of the panic. And I hadn't raised it a lot. I'd raised it just a little. And it's not, positive thoughts, but it's not the power of positive thinking. I do not preach the power of positive. I don't preach anything really. I don't talk about, I'm not how do I say it? I don't subscribe to the power of positive thinking. For me and my philosophy, it's the power of positive feeling, because your feelings are what's indicating the direction of your thoughts. That's how you know whether your thoughts are of a higher or lower vibration, because of how you feel. Hopefully that makes sense and helps. Ruby, how you doing with all that? The power of positive feeling. Feelings are vibration. Thoughts are vibration too, but thoughts cause the feelings, and the feelings are your GPS. Your feelings are your GPS, and your higher self is your GPS too. Thomas said, all of us are the last unicorns. I love that. Chat's going by so fast, I'm having trouble keeping up. Good question, Ruby. Thank you for asking that. Oh, Alicia, oh, you lost internet. Oh. You missed the last half hour. Okay, so I don't know when the transmission from the council ended. Did you get to hear any of the transmission, Alicia? Perhaps, Thomas says, one of our collective purposes is to liberate ourselves, to raise our vibration and raise collective earth frequency. Perhaps. Stephanie says, while the transmission was coming through, I had this idea pop into my head that my recent mood shift from negative to positive could have been influenced by a collective... Ooh, it scrolled by. By a collective somewhere. Absolutely, Stephanie. That is totally possible. You caught a whiff of a higher vibration energy, and in the moment, you were open and willing and felt supported and loved enough to actually flow with that wave. Oh yes, Peterbrook loves pillows too. Hey Ginger, good to see you. Yeah, I'm happy to be here too. My very last live on Insight Timer. Welcome, my dear friend. It is always a pleasure to see you. Yeah, Madeline says the emotional ladder. Climb it step by step. I'm slowly catching up with chat, you guys. I love you dearly. Maybe if I could... Oh, I can't roll that window up anymore. Oh, Alicia, I'll see if I can summarize then. Tube of Views. Yes, I am recording it. I wasn't going to post it, but internet weirdnesses, it's still Mercury retrograde, I think. I will post it to the Tube of Views. So the replay will be available this afternoon or early this evening. Yeah, Ginger, it's my very last one. I'm leaving Insight Timer, moving it to different pastures. Very, very excited. Some people are sad, some people are everything. So, Alicia, wow. Okay, so Gwen asked about the council's message about when we come together as a collective. Gwen, I'm going to have Gwen summarize it. Gwen, can you type a summary for the answer the council gave you about your question for Alicia? And Ruby, are you still here, dear? I need some water. I'm sensing that that's the part you missed, Alicia, was the council's answer to Gwen about her question about our collective purpose. Thank you, Ginger. Yes, it is very exciting. I am sad to leave the people behind on Inside Timer, but you're all welcome to come with me. You always have been able to follow me elsewhere, but that's up to you. It's not up to me. I'm still going to do my work in the world. And there's even more friends. There's more people that will come into this collective who are already in the collective and they don't even know it. And I'm looking forward to officially meeting them. Yeah, okay, so too many people have had internet issues or weren't able to be here for the whole thing. I will post the replay, I promise. Cross my heart. Bye, Kimmy. Oh, the sun will rise here. She's gonna watch the sunset. That'll be so much fun. Okay, fantastic. Madeline says, when I feel very unsettled, anxious, or upset, I use psychological breath, butterfly tapping, feeling the breathing flow into the feet, hopeful thoughts, practicing loving kindness. Madeline gives some fantastic examples. There is no one best way or one right way. There are so many tools to help you feel better. The point is to change your focus, right? What are these tools for? Why do some people meditate on a candle or with a song or do better with going for a walk as a meditation or using their workout as a meditation? It's because everybody has something that works for them better than something else, but it's all the same thing. It's all changing your focus to something that helps you feel better, that makes you feel better, because you're changing your focus and you're momentarily letting go and forgetting of those thoughts that are dragging your energy down. You're moving your thoughts into something that feels better. And when you do that, this thing over here that feels icky will resolve itself as long as you maintain a higher vibration. That's the beauty of it. And yeah, you'll slip back into it, and then you'll find something else to focus on that feels better. And then you'll slip into it. And one day you'll slip back into the icky thing, and you'll suddenly find that it doesn't take you as low as it used to. You'll suddenly find that you have access to new ways of thinking and new possible beliefs and perspectives about that icky thing. And then you'll have an aha moment and a breakthrough, and that icky thing starts to disintegrate. That icky thing you start to feel better about that icky thing. Why? Because every time you felt the ick of the icky thing, you shifted your focus to something that helped you feel better. You shifted your focus to something that helped you feel better. You shifted your focus to something that helped you feel better. And then what happens is, when the thought that sparks and causes the icky thing comes up, you have practiced enough times and in enough ways, you have felt into the experience of feeling better, that when you go back and revisit the icky thing, it doesn't feel as bad. But it didn't change, my friends. You did. The icky thing didn't change. You did. Ruby's still here. Good. So Ruby, how was the answer to your question? I just answered it again in a different way. How are you feeling about the answer? Oh, Stephanie, I'm grateful you're here too. Where am I going next? Everywhere I've already been, but I'm going to focus primarily on my YouTube channel, and I'm going to continue my Zooms. The Zooms are ongoing. They've been awesome lately. Super fun. All right, Gwen's writing the summary. Yeah, Lionsgate was powerful this year, wasn't it, Thomas? Crazy, crazy. Gren's summary was, when we come together as a collective, we create a unique collective energy. We are raising our vibrations. This unified energy is helping to align and help everyone and everything in the world. It is a unique frequency, so someone, say in China, who is having a bad day can feel it and start to have hope. Very beautiful summary, Gwen. I love that. It is a very beautiful explanation, Jack says. Yes. Beautiful. Thank you, Gwen. Thank you so much. And that was for your question. Oh, so Madeline, you had to switch networks. Okay, so I'll definitely post the replay. I promise, I promise, I promise. Thank you. Ruby says it was good. Definitely helped me. I also got out of it, or maybe focus on a little blessing that we take for granted. We have food and a house the lady in China doesn't have. And just because we have it with no problem every day, we forget how much of a blessing that is. So focus on little things to raise your frequency. Yeah, you can do a love bomb. You can do, if you've ever heard of the Moments of Joy game, all of these things have a same singular purpose. There's one thread. You can sit in meditation. You can pet your cat. You can play with your dog. All of these things, if they make you feel even just a little bit better, that's perfect. If you want to take a nap, I take naps sometimes when I'm all out of sorts, and within a half an hour, I wake up and I'm like, I don't even know what I was worried and stressed about. Madeline says that sometimes it's hugging my favorite pillow and crying a while. Yeah, me too. I had a good cry last week with my toes, my big toes right on the side. I must have had like, I forget what you call them. I just had so much pain and swelling in both my feet, and they would alternate. And the whole time last week, while I was experiencing this, I knew it was because of something I was doing with my feet, how I was holding them under my desk or a way that I was sleeping. And I just tried to increase my somatic awareness so that I could catch it and notice and then try to shift it. And eventually I found several different patterns of way I was using my feet. But it was still really painful, and I couldn't put shoes on, and I could barely walk through the apartment, and I actually had to have a good cry at one point, and the cry helped me feel better. Whatever, find a way to feel better. That is the straight answer, really, to Ruby's question. All right, what else do we want to know, dear ones? The Moments of Joy game, yes. You said that too, Carrie? Yeah, the Moments of Joy game, super powerful. Yep, you got it, Madeline. Yeah, Madeline loves the Mojo game too. Very cool. Other questions? Either for the council or for me. Even though I've just about run out of water, we still have plenty of time. We're going to go for, let's see, we're at an hour and 13. We're going to go for at least another, got to see when JoJo's live is. One sec. JoJo's live is an hour and 15 minutes from now. So we will go at least another 45 minutes or another hour. And if you don't know who I'm talking about Joanne Spiller. She's a new teacher on Insight Timer at 4 p.m. my time. She's going to be doing mala bead meditations. Beautiful live stream. Beautiful, beautiful opportunity. I'd never really done mala beads before, and it's just so nice to support her and be present with everybody. So, okay, Thomas has a question. Whatsoever the council have to say for the next week's After Lionsgate? What does? Got it. What does the council have to say for the next week's After Lionsgate? Okay, let's see, Thomas. Greetings, dear Thomas, our dear friend Thomas. Indeed, beautiful question. Lionsgate. Rawr. Indeed. Lionsgate was intense for many individuals, was it not? Raise your hand in chat if you found that last week or the last 2 weeks, and even maybe a little bit of this week, was indeed intense. And we do not mean in two little tents, we mean tense. Yes, indeed. What is becoming of the weeks following the Lionsgate portal 8-8? Now, dear ones, whether you're talking about Lionsgate or some other energetic event, etc., 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 these things are just labels. So first and foremost, remember that they're just moments in your now that are representing energetic opportunities, whether you label it as Lionsgate or as the shifting of a particular star within astrology or a planet within astrology, etc., etc. It does not matter what label you give it. It does not even matter whether you do anything with it. What matters is whether you are aware and conscious of the energy for you revolving and circulating around that opportunity, that energetic opportunity. This particular Lionsgate, this particular energetic opportunity, they call Lionsgate a portal. And in a way it is, but you can think of it as portals can be for a variety of purposes. But in this particular instance of the Lionsgate, in the last few weeks, what you were experiencing was direct challenges to specific aspects of your belief system, and they were being deeply confronted in a way that you could finally, hopefully, for some of you, finally let them go. And in the release of that, in the release of the struggle around those belief systems, and the release around the ways of feeling that those belief systems, those particular beliefs were causing, in the moment of release from that, you experienced a massive relief and expansion. Now, what kind of an expansion? Well, what you were doing, technically speaking, was shifting parallel realities. Whenever you have an aha moment, whenever you have a breakthrough, it is not so much that you have changed your you-ness in this current incarnation, but you have jumped to a different timeline, if you will. You have jumped to a different instantiation, a different variant of your experience on planet Earth that is of the new vibration that you have aligned with. And so it feels like a portal. It feels like an opening. It feels like you were passing through something. Indeed, Greg's feet were a perfect example. He found at certain moments during the week, while his feet pain was very, very severe, he was thinking, I'm feeling no grounding. I've lost my footing. I do not feel stable. I cannot walk. I cannot traverse. I cannot journey across the floor. There were very many different thematic examples, if you will, different we cannot access the English word at this moment, different examples, just we'll go with that for now, different energetic examples: lack of groundedness, lack of footing, instability, inability to move forward. Indeed, he was experiencing these on a very, very deep level. And his path through his particular challenges around that were really, unbeknownst to him, really rooted around a sense of support. There was one particular moment in which we came to him and said, we are with you, dear one. And we shared with him the image of all of us and all of his guides, literally stepping in behind him, putting our arms under his arms and literally helping him walk and carry him forward. Now, whatever theme was relevant for you in your struggle last week, the release, the relief, the breakthrough, the aha, the transition forward, the passage forward through the portal, if you wish to call it that, is basically the result. So, Thomas, we would ask you, we cannot see at this moment, we will say, but you can share with everyone in chat, we will ask you what themes were coming up in your struggle in the last 2 weeks. And where did you where did you arrive in terms of the change of perspective, perhaps? Now, going forward, what this means is that the Lion's Gate called many of you to not only just look at old patterns of belief and let them go, but in the letting go of them, you immediately moved forward into a new state of being. This is the very example of Greg leaving Inside Timer is perfect. This is indeed a part and parcel of associated with the Lion's Gate for him. Look for examples in your own lives, dear ones, in how you might have moved forward with something. It does not have to be something big. It can indeed be something small that you might have thought was insignificant. But for example, some of you might be noticing that last week was very difficult on your body, and this week you are feeling lighter, freer, more enlivened. Perhaps you are feeling that your body is thriving more. Perhaps last week there was a struggle around money and finances, or the last 2 weeks, or for the last many weeks, indeed, is quite possible. And this week you are finding that for some reason your thoughts are lighter, freer, more relaxed. It does not seem to be as heavy, as pertinent, as significant, as major, quote unquote. Indeed, there has been a lightening of things because you have transitioned from a reality, a parallel reality and dimension in which there was a heaviness around that particular topic for you, in which all of your thoughts and patterns of thinking and beliefs around that topic were very weighed down. And then in the moment that you released that, you shifted to a different parallel reality, which, by the way, you are shifting parallel realities constantly, many times a second. But in this case, you felt it more profoundly. It was not so much that you were changing, it was that you were moving and shifting to that different reality. And in that reality, this particular topic or topics that you we're dealing with, they just feel lighter. We hope that this answers your question, at least on a rudimentary and a basic level. For now, you really must be the one to investigate the specifics of it for you and your own unique individual experience of the last few weeks. We hope this is helpful to you, dear Thomas. I got all turned around. Yes, Inga, you'll still see me on other people's lives. Absolutely. I'm an avid fan of the app as a user. Avid fan of the app as a user. Pisces does rule the Peterbrook, and I thought of that too. And I am a Pisces. That's always something that I think of. Oh, well, I see that several of you had actually had difficult times last week. Yes, indeed. Thank you for raising your hands. Debbie says, I've been experiencing an unusually high number of negative experiences over the last 2 days. All sorts of things that don't normally happen. What would be the explanation for this? It really depends. I don't know a lot about your situation, Debbie, but really it would depend on if the negative experiences are not your typical ordinary. So and I'm guessing that because you say sorts of things that don't normally happen. If normally you're feeling in a fairly high vibration, or if in the ranges of the high vibrations, Debbie, a lot of times what can happen is that when we experience a negative experience or have it or find negative emotions or an issue, quote unquote, comes back up again, it's not that we haven't moved past it necessarily. It's not that we haven't ever released it. It's that it's coming up again as a point of reference for us to see exactly how far and how much we've expanded and grown. It doesn't mean that you haven't gotten rid of it. It may still be that may be true. You have to really be the one to ask about the specifics. You have to be the one to investigate your own thinking and your own beliefs around it. But if you have been living from a place of where that hasn't been a negative feeling or a negative experience for a long while, and then it suddenly comes up again, it's just a reflection of a recent pattern of thoughts that sometimes all it means is a reminder to look how far you've come. Other times, it literally is a belief or a thought that is calling to be transformed or calling to be released. You really have to be the one to ask specifically about that, Debbie. Yeah, if it takes a lot to make you angry normally, it is definitely because of a perspective you are carrying about those other people. And a lot of times when I'm angry at other people, it's because I have a fear or I'm upset about something in my life, either maybe that I don't have control over or that I'm not enjoying or not liking. So it always comes back to us. And I have a feeling that you already know that. Thomas wrote, putting myself first, family matters, new beginnings, yes, rebeliefs, and self-worth, realizing my power, awesome, choosing love and freedom. I am more relaxed about money. I'm trusting I'll have enough money to sustain or to achieve and aid my purpose and live through love. Yeah. Oh, good, Thomas. I'm glad that message or that answer was extremely helpful and a big confirmation to you and where you're at on your journey. Absolutely. Mary stubbed her pinky toe 2 weeks ago. Still a bit swollen, but improved now. Yeah. Imagine having foot pain. Oh, I think I had bone spurs on the side of my big toes. That's the word, bone spurs. Imagine having foot pain and then stubbing the toe that is already in pain. I did that twice last week. My roommates heard me yelp. It was pretty scary. Thomas says, Greg, I'm called to ask you to watch back when the council took over. I'd be fascinated to know what you noticed. Yes, so when the council stepped right in to answer Gwen's question, what I noticed was a rush of energy in the form of massive knowing that I individually was unable to process. And so the council had to step in. Also, it was really a question for them, not a question for me. I think I probably would have, I don't know. I think they did a great job answering Gwen's question, but I've never had that happen before. So what that lets me know is that it is absolutely 100% possible or more for me to bring the council in instantaneously. Because as you'll notice, if you guys have been with me for a while, I do this sort of invocation. You might hear me say it. Sometimes I speak it or whisper it, or sometimes I just mumble it over just inside. But I still am doing this invocation to bring them in. And so that happening was a clear indication that I can bring them in instantaneously if I so choose. I'm not practiced in it yet, and I do really love the invocation, but maybe I'll let go of that as a tool someday very soon, and I can just bring them in and get answers like that. That would be super, super cool. Thank you for asking that, Thomas. All right. Debbie says, wow, that was a great answer. That makes so much sense. Thank you. Very good. Now, that answer may not make sense to anybody else, but again, you're welcome, Debbie. Very, very cool. Thomas says, I also agree with the council, letting things go, beliefs, etc. I've been noticing signs and interpreting them. I saw a literal duck, much info gain, like that phrase, water off a duck's back. Yeah. The duck was plastic and fabric stuck in its mouth. I had times where I couldn't speak, throat chakra. Wow, the duck was you. Very interesting indeed, Madeline. Cool. Other questions? We're doing Q&A. It could be a question for the council. It could be a question for me. It can be a question about anything. I wish I had more water. If you are finding this session heart-opening, uplifting, and helping you feel better about your life, I invite you to offer a donation, a love gift, or whatever you want to call it, helping to support my work in the world as we celebrate my final live stream here on Insight Timer, but not the end of my work in the world, just my end of sharing my work here on Insight Timer. I will go grab some water, Peter Brook. I will be right back, everybody. Thank you, Peter Brook. And we're back. Hello, hello, my beautiful friends. More water. Thank you for letting me take a water break. Hopefully everybody else took a nice break as well. Yes, this music is so calm, and I suddenly realized while I was on water break that somehow I had paused it. Can't be a fish out of water, Peter. I love it. I disappeared into the clouds, did I, Gwen? Oh my God, I'll have to see what that looks like on the replay. That's hilarious. Thank you, Debbie, for sharing your gift of love and donation for me and for the council's work. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Yes, please. Where are the questions? Do we have more questions? I'm magic. I am magic, Carrie. We're all magic. That's why we come together to celebrate and love our magic. You guys are funny. Isn't it nice to have Thomas back with us? Thomas, we've missed you. It's been too long. It's really good to see you. All right, who's got a question? Guy emerged from the clouds. Do you want to see that again? Ella. Best thing to do is sign up for my newsletter, quite honestly. That's where I communicate with everybody. But I'm going to be focusing on my YouTube channel. That's where I'm going to be, because I can get passive revenue from that if I grow the channel big enough. It already has all of these live streams that I've done with all of you over the last year and a half. All the replays are there. So all that content is there. I'm going to repurpose some of it someday. Yeah, where is Gary, Peter? That is a fantastic question. I was just thinking of him yesterday when I was writing my newsletter, because he loves the Heart Teach My Mind, and we haven't seen him in ages. I hope he's okay. So yeah, Ella, you can follow me anywhere. You can just go to my teacher's link in the profile. But because I am leaving Insight Timer as a teacher, that profile is going to disappear. And if you have been one who has enjoyed my tracks, thank you so much for listening to and enjoying my tracks, but B, I have to remove them, so they'll no longer be an Insight Timer. And I'm bittersweet about that, because I would love to leave them up, but if I leave them up, I'm agreeing to the terms that I'm not comfortable signing, because I don't want to be legally bound to those terms for a variety of reasons. So the Zoom meetings are private gatherings, and the replay is made available to anyone who registers for the Zoom meetings, even if they can't attend due to time zone or conflicts and whatnot. But I do not post those up publicly on YouTube. I think I used to, but then I decided not to. So yeah, those are only available to the attendees of those Zoom meetings, if it's a paid Zoom meeting. If it's not, if it's just an open Zoom, then that probably would go. Well, actually, no. If it's Zoom meetings are just for the people who go to the Zoom meetings. Now I'm really concerned for Gary. Madeline asked about Lemuria. Madeline, I missed that question. My apologies. What was the question about Lemuria? The profile pop-up. Thank you, Carrie. Appreciate the reminder. It's so ironic. I only recently passed 1,000 followers, and now I'm leaving Insight Timer. Oh well. Maybe I'll be back someday. If not, bigger and brighter things. All right, so we're waiting for Madeline's question. Any other questions? Madeline wrote, I'm curious about Lemuria. would that be something to tap into here? What can you be more specific? What are you curious about, Lemuria? What would you like to know? I don't know a lot about Lemuria personally, so we'll see what the council says about it. Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Ella. Appreciate that. Obviously, totally optional. If you don't want to follow me elsewhere, it's totally fine. It's totally cool. I don't know why you wouldn't if you enjoy hanging out with me, but that's up to you. All right, Madeline, let's get a smidge more specific. Yeah, thanks, Thomas. The council really did. There was like, and it came from also from a recent journey we did at the last Zoom, the last safe passage that we did. It was just really powerful to have guides showing up when I felt like I couldn't walk and carrying me. It was super, super awesome. All right. Waiting for small clarification from Madeline, and then we'll check in on her answer to her question. Nancy, good to see you, dear. Best of luck to you too. Yeah, indeed. Much love to you, my friend. Take good care of yourself. Good to have you here. I will be holding lives over there, Debbie. Good question. Yeah, thank you, Nancy. Thank you so much for supporting me with a donation. Really, really appreciate it, and I appreciate you. It's always good to see you. Yeah, Debbie, I'm going to do lives on YouTube. I'll do at least one live a month, I think. Time availability is a little tricky right now because work has been very, very busy. I actually have been putting in about 5 hours extra a week lately because we're getting ready for the holidays. Believe it or not, it's frickin' August and we're getting ready for the holidays, but that's how my particular job works. So yeah, but I will be scheduling, and that's why my newsletter is the best way to keep informed, as well as subbing on YouTube. Oh, Thomas, I got this cool job last November. Has anyone heard of Mesmerica or Beautifica? Has anyone ever seen those shows? They are incredibly uplifting and inspiring, immersive entertainment shows that are the music is done by award-winning composer James Hood. He plays handpan and a bunch of other stuff, and they're just absolutely awe-inspiring. They blow people's minds, and they're designed for dome theaters, planetariums, and other curved screen theaters. And that's the company I work for, the creators and distributors of that. And I'm an account manager / partner liaison, so to speak. I work with 30 different venues, 30 plus extra different venues across the world who are partnering with us to bring to play their shows to play our shows in their theaters, in their venues. It's really, really fun job. And the cool thing, everybody, the level of collaboration is so cool. Everybody in the company works from home. It's 100% remote, total flex time. People are in the company's in 13 different countries. And their mission is in absolute, this is the first time in my life I've ever experienced this, absolute 100% alignment with my own personal mission, basically to bring joy and love and uplift people's lives, to help them feel better about their life, about life in general. So it's just a joy working for them. It's not always a joy, obviously, because I burn out and I get tired and there's frustrations, but I've been learning so much also about holding events and marketing, and it's been super, super fun. Good stuff. And I got paid more than I expected. So that was cool. Oh, Ella, you've heard of the shows. Great. Check it out. If you live in a certain area, I don't know, there's lots of different, I mean, we're in 60 different venues across the world, but they're really inspiring. People have left comments and said, I've been depressed for months or days or years or whatever, and I've lost hope for life, and I went and saw your show, and I remembered how good things can be, but I mean, like, really heart-opening, awe-inspiring stuff. And I feel sad because I haven't even seen the shows yet, so I need to like take some weekend trips or something and go visit some of my partner venues and go watch and see the shows. Yeah, Jack, there's absolutely. Every single streaming service has a chat associated with it. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch. I mean, there's dozens, but all the big names, they all have, so you can type and chat and yeah, it's all the same sort of kind of a format. Oh, okay. So Madeline, you had an unexpected experience some weeks back and wondering if they could tell you about that. Okay, cool. We'll do that, dear. Oh, Jacqueline, you saw Mesmerica for the first time. Yeah, people say Beatifica, our second show, is even way better than Mesmerica. Yeah, there's some in the Northeast. It was in Boston, but we stopped showing it there, Jessica. So yeah, you can check it out. There might be somewhere else nearby. Yeah. There are some in the UK. Yeah, absolutely. Cardiff and Wales, Bristol, Leicester, Winchester. I think we're going to be opening in Chichester. Yeah, there's a few of them there. Oh, Plymouth as well, although Plymouth's on a short break and they're coming back with our second show, Beatifica. Yeah, so there's plenty in the UK. And even in Ireland, I believe, Armagh. Yeah, Cardiff, Debbie, absolutely. Cardiff's been a really great one for us. Madeline says, it feels significant. I'm wondering about my soul connection to Lemuria. That would be a reading, rather. I don't know. Okay, that's actually good. Very specific. We'll go with that. Okay, no problem, Madeline. It's all good, dear. You near Leicester, Thomas? Yeah, check it out. Let me know. Alrighty. Answer for Madeline. Everybody send Madeline a big hug right now. Send her lots of love. She's nervous about her question. It's okay, my dear. It's all fine. You know how much the council loves you. Hello, dear Madeline. Welcome and good to have you asking about your experience with Lemuria. Now, dear one, first and foremost, in order to answer your question, we wish for you to close your eyes. Do your practiced breathing, the breathing techniques that you mentioned earlier that you know of. Calm your heart. Calm your mind. No harm will come your way in this moment. You are safe, you are secure, and you are deeply loved. Take a deep breath in and let it out your mouth. Excellent. Do that 2 more times, dear one. We'll begin to speak to you. Now, we are not so much in favor of speaking about specifics at this time, but what we will do is take a moment to tap into the energy of the experience that you had regarding Lemuria. You indeed have a strong connection with Lemuria. Indeed, there is a lesson. There is not, lesson's the wrong word. Checking. There is something really powerful and exciting for you to learn if you were to choose to research Lemuria. This is the primary thing that is coming through for us, for you, about this. Let us check again. And some more. You have a strong affinity with the people of Lemuria. You have a strong affinity with the way in which they lived their lives, the philosophy in which they viewed the world. And it is from this perspective that we invite and suggest and recommend that you do some research with the particular looking towards what was their life philosophy. How did they view life? How did they view the world? How did they view their relationship with life, their relationship with the world? You have a very strong connection with this, and we are not giving the specifics to you because they are not coming through. Mind you, the way this works, dear ones, is that we do not hold all wisdom and knowledge within one singular moment. What we do is we sort of swipe our library card, if you will, and we take out a certain book or a certain tome or a certain piece of information, energetically speaking, and whatever comes through is what we share with you. And that is because you are only ready to receive certain bits and parts of information at this time. And therefore, we do not receive that information, the other bits of information related to this, to share with you. That is why we are not giving any more information on this now. It is not because it does not exist. It is because you have not reached a place where it is time for it to exist within transmission from us, if this makes sense. Now, you may stumble across this information that we have not shared with you. We don't even know what the information that is, but you may stumble across it as you go along the journey, as you walk the path of exploring Lemurians and their philosophy of life and how they interact with life and how they interact with the world. This, dear Madeline, is incredibly significant for you. For if you willingly go upon this researching, if you willingly go pursue this journey of seeking this specific information about how they viewed life and how they interacted with it, you will find yourself perceiving your own life in ways that you never truly expected, ways in which you did not think were capable. And by doing this, you will shift your vibration, you will shift your perspective, you will shift your reality. Now, dear one, make this a fun project. Do not make this a task or an obligation. Yes, treat it as a game. Wake up one morning, if you are excited to play this game of seeking out this information about Lemuria, then play the game. If you wake up one morning and you are not excited to play the game of seeking and researching Lemuria, then don't play the game. Keep it this simple, dear one. Do not press yourself, do not push yourself, do not strive, do not effort. Have it be as simple, as fun, and as effortless as playing the Moments of Joy game. And indeed, if you wake up in the morning and you do not feel like playing the Research Lemuria game, well, after lunchtime, you may suddenly take a nap and wake up from the nap and be like, that Lemuria comes to mind, and you will begin to go research it. Allow it to bubble up organically, dear one. This is incredibly important. Note our emphasis on these words. Incredibly important that you allow this to bubble up organically in you. Listen to your intuition, dear Madeline, and allow it to guide you. Now, why is this important? And dear ones, this is true of almost any process that you are investigating, that you are learning about. We always encourage that you never push, that you never over effort, that you never overstrain, that you never overdo, but that you allow your intuition, your inspiration, your excitement to guide you. Why this is important is because when your intuition comes up and says, oh, hello, Lemuria, let us take a look at you, or whatever it may be, for anyone else's examples they're thinking about currently. When this bubbles up and occurs and you find your intuition bringing this up for you, and you feel excited and interested and feeling in a sense, treating it in a sense of a game, what you are doing is aligning with the power of synchronicity. If you force it, if you push it, if you try to make it happen, that is will. It is your mind taking over. But when you listen to your intuition, when you listen to your heart, when you allow it to bubble up, and then you pursue it from a place of a game or excitement or inspiration, then you are aligning with synchronicity. And when you are aligning with synchronicity, you are allowing synchronicity to unfold in magical and mysterious ways, and more information will be revealed to you. So, we hope that this helps you, Madeline. Beautiful question. please do share with us in the future what you learn about Lemuria. And remember, this is specifically for you regarding your recent experiences of this, Madeline. You had the recent experience. Oh, yes, indeed. More information coming through. 1 second. We're getting that the experience that you had was a bit jarring, which is why you're feeling nervous about bringing this question up here in the collective. Do not feel nervous, dear one. It was a bit jarring, but because it is a very powerful invitation and call forward for you, it is not a requirement that you follow it. Let's make that very clear. Is a powerful invitation forward for you, but there is no requirement or obligation that you move forward with it. However, again, it was a very powerful invitation to move forward for you. So why wouldn't you want to move forward with it? Well, you might be scared, you might be nervous, you might be feeling some anxiety about it, but we're here to tell you, dear one, that in stepping forward and saying, yes, I will step forward, I will play this game of researching Lemuria and finding out about their philosophy and the way in which they interact with life. I will play this game, and I will play this game from my heart. I will play this game from my intuition, from my inspiration, from my excitement. And as you do so, dear one, you will unfold in brand new, magical, mysterious, and mystical ways. They may not be big ways, they might be little ways. They might be different variety of size of ways, but you will unfold, you will have new experiences. They only mean something if you give them meaning. We hope this helps. We love this question. We love that it gave us an opportunity to talk about the approach that we would suggest and invite folks to take regarding researching any topic that interests you. Madeline, how was that? Oh, the Moments of Joy game is wonderful, Thomas. I think that's something that you missed while you were gone. Anna, good to see you, dear. Oh, it's good to have you, Hannah. So good to have you. Yay. Madeline, how are you feeling after that? Oh, Alicia had to go. Bummer. I wish I could have said goodbye. Bye, Alicia. Love you bunches. Aligning with the power of synchronicity. Really huge. Oh, what? Broken shoulder and very low hemoglobin levels. Hannah, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh my goodness gracious. It's so good to have you here, though. I hope you are mending well, Carrie says. Absolutely. Expansive, Madeline. Yay, emotional. Oh, very good. It's a new opening for you, sweet Madeline. Very new opening. I'm excited for you. I look forward to an update. All right, friends. Any more questions? We're closing down. I can feel my energy beginning to fade, which is probably good timing, because I'll want to take a quick lay down before Joanne's live which is coming up in a half an hour. Madeline says my heart is strongly resonating. Yay! Gotta love it. Got to love it. I love that for you, Madeline. Oh, I'm so glad you're home at least, Hannah. That's so good. And back with the IT family, yes. Okay, Jacqueline, fantastic. Good to see you. Again, best way to stay informed about anything I'm doing is my newsletter. So you can just go onto my teacher profile and look that up, because after this weekend, for those who came in late, this is my last live stream on Insight Timer. I am leaving the app as a teacher. I will continue to be on the app as a user because I love using it. So I will see you at other people's live streams, etc., etc. But this is my very last live. So it's been fantastic. I think we have time for one more question, or we can do a final message from the council. What are you guys thinking on that? Was that what your intuition was whispering, Madeline? How cool is that? Madeline said again, thank you, Greg, and the council for confirming what my intuition has been whispering. That's really cool. That is super, super cool. Oh, we want a final message? Wheel of names one last time on IT. The wheel of good guidance. Well, I actually, about 2 months ago, I learned how to embed it into the live stream. But yeah, everybody's voting for a final message. I'm still going to use the wheel of names for readings. I love it dearly. What happened to the music? Did the music end? I keep pausing it. My apologies. I'm excited too because I use OBS to go live on here, but I'm going to be able to do a whole new bunch of new things. As IT has a very limited streaming platform, so going elsewhere is going to be so much fun for being able to do all sorts of new technical and magical visual things. All right, final message it is. Yeah, I'm ready for a final message. Madeline says, and what they emphasized with don't obligate it, let the curiosity bubble up and lead the research. That was so 100%. I'm glad, Madeline. They were very emphatic about that. So even though there's no obligation, I expect you to do as best you can with that. Ending reading. Thank you, Linda. Says, don't want it to be final, but love hearing from the council through you. I love it too. It's such a great experience. And thank you guys for being so curious and open-hearted and uplifting for me in that regard. It's nice to know that other people want to hear from the council as well. All right, much love to you, Carrie. I will see you soon. Madeline's a 5-1. Very cool. Do you know what your energy type is? Ooh, Thomas uses the wheel of names sometimes when stuck on priorities. Very cool. Researcher, scholar, archetype. Yeah. Oh, you're Manny Jen. Okay, cool. All right. We're going to use we won't call it final. We'll call it a wrap-up message from the council because there will be more coming. And we'll have something special for Hannah too. You are on the mend. This whole experience has changed my perspective on life in a good way. Yay, fantastic for you. I love that for you. All right. Yeah, I'm a projector, Madeline. I'm a 1-3 emotional projector. Emotional energy projector. All right, here we go. Closing message from the council. Hello, dear ones. Yes, we will cut Greg off from the invocation just as a little wink, nudge for him to realize that indeed he does not need the invocation, for the invocation is simply a tool, dear ones. It is simply a permission slip, a tool that allows him to get into a vibrational state that allows us to come in more smoothly, more clearly, and more happily. And we are happy to be here today, dear ones. What a wonderful celebration this was. If you could see the party that we and your higher selves have been having here in the elemental realms, in the energetic realms, while you have been gathered together, you would think that it is the very best feast, the most beautifulest feast and celebration and party that you have ever seen. For we have been shooting streamers, we have been using noisemakers, we have been playing rattles, we have been doing all the different party things that you can imagine. Yes, even balloons. We love balloons, we love streamers, and we believe there was a firework or two along the way. Yes, every time one of you had an aha moment. Dear ones, we wish to leave you today with one very simple message. We have already spoken of this, but we will bring it up again for those who did not hear it originally. The universe loves you so unconditionally. It supports you so unconditionally that it allows you to believe that it doesn't. Think on this for a moment, dear ones. This is incredibly important regarding our specific messages about love and unity, because what it does is it allows you an opportunity to tap into what it truly means and feels like to be unconditional. We understand that on planet Earth it is difficult and challenging at times to be unconditional, but dear ones, you are of the stars. Your higher self lives here with us in the energetic realms. You are energy. You are spirit incarnate. You are not body first, dear ones. You are spirit first. You are energy first. You are energy focused into such a deliberate way that you came into existence in physical beingness. But you are energy and spirit prior to focusing yourself into physical existence. And so you have every capacity and ability to be unconditional. You have every possibility to experience unconditionality. And the path through this is very much what we were sharing with Madeline. Listen to your heart, listen to your intuition, follow your curiosity, follow your excitement, as Bashar says. There's many different ways to speak of this, but the main distinction here, dear ones, is that your head will never lead you in the right direction. Your head can help solve a problem in the moment, but it cannot solve problems of the past or problems of the future, for those are illusions that the mind is creating. And when it attempts to solve problems of the past or problems of the future with its own continued mental patterning, if you will, it is getting itself stuck in its own illusion. Imagine looking at yourself in the bathroom mirror and then turning to walk away, and the reflection doesn't move. You are stuck in the mirror. But when you listen to your heart space, when you check how you feel as an indicator of what you're thinking, when you make the minor or major adjustments in how you're thinking to begin to feel better, you are approaching our perspective. And when you reach and approach our perspective more and more consistently, you will begin to understand unconditionality. For in unconditionality, nothing needs to change in order to feel good. Nothing needs to change in order for your life to shift, in order for you to expand. This is always and already naturally happening. You cannot not expand. And in the same breath, we must say that there is no such thing as regression, collapse, or implosion. It doesn't exist. There is only expansion. The question is, how much, how well, how in tune are you with alignment to that? And this is why following your intuition, listening to your heart, checking in with your feelings, following your excitement, lining up with synchronicity, this is why those things are so important, because these, when you do them, are you lining up with your higher self. You're lining up with love. You're lining up with unity. You are aligning with unconditionality, and you will feel it. You will feel it because you will feel better. You will feel lighter. You will feel a greater sense of freedom. You will feel a greater sense of joy. Now, yes, it may only be a baby iota's worth, as we say, but even a little bit is better than where you were previously at, is it not? A little bit is just as good as a lot. So, dear ones, the universe loves you unconditionally. We love you unconditionally. We support you unconditionally. Why? Because you are. Because you exist. Not because of anything you do, not because of anything you say. If you say something and hurt someone's feelings, we don't love you any less. No. but we allow you to feel the guilt and the shame of that experience. That is unconditionality. Because within that experience, within that moment, you are growing, you are expanding. And that is what we celebrate the most. Why do we love and celebrate you so frequently, so continually, and so often? It is because we love expansion, and we celebrate expansion, and you are always and constantly expanding. So bear this in mind, dear ones, next time you have a stumble, next time you have an emotional tumble of sorts, next time you are trying to figure out your whole life from your mind space, just drop into your heart, drop into the moment, come back to the now, seek out the synchronicities. Seek out examples and evidence of how the universe loves and supports you unconditionally. And dear ones, we promise that if you seek out examples of love, of appreciation, of unity, of unconditionality, of the universe's support and love for you, you will feel better. And so we will leave you this for now. We look forward to seeing all of you again, either through your higher selves, because we are always here with your higher self, or here in person in another opportunity elsewhere in the world, in time and space. We thank you so much for your participation and belonging in this collective. And dear ones, we will leave you with emphasizing you do belong. You belong more than you know you do. You shine more brightly than the stars in all the heavens, more than you realize. Find evidence of your shining, dear ones. Find evidence of your sparkle. And live from that place. Live from the place of knowing that you shine far more brightly than you will ever fully understand here in your human experience. You will fully understand it again once you are no longer corporeal, but for now, continue to just look for evidence of how you shine and sparkle. Let it delight you, our friends. Delightful is a beautiful word, is it not? Delightful. If you chop it up and rearrange it a little bit, you can say full of delight. And by delight, we mean D-E space light, full of delight, if you will. We will leave you with that. You are delightful. We are delighted to be here. We are delighted to be with you and your higher selves. And we love you and we celebrate you. And we will see you again very soon. We bid you adieu. Have a wonderful rest of your beingness today. Delightful is a beautiful word. It is one of my favorite words, and I forgot about it until they said it. I had a friend that I used to work with back in Rochester, and it was her favorite word, and she thought I was delightful, and I thought she was delightful. She was married, otherwise we probably would have gone out, but she ended up eventually leaving him. I wonder how she is, now that she's come to mind. Oh, Jack had to go because of Wi-Fi. I love you too, Jack. We are spirit first, energy first. Absolutely, Thomas, quoting the council, follow our excitement. Nothingness needs to change in order to feel good. Yeah, nothing needs to change. In the same way as the cosmos does, we can only expand. Yes, Peterbrook, thank you. Thomas, there's only expansion. How much, how well, how much in alignment with synchronicity? Yeah. Feel lighter. We love and support you unconditionally because you exist. No other reason. Because we exist. Thank you, Debbie. So good to have you here. Yes, you are so welcome. I'm very happy to share these uplifting messages with all of you. The council and I are here to help you guys feel better, to help you guys navigate the twists and turns of life. I have had lots of twists and turns. I haven't even shared with you guys all of the stories of what I've been through in life. And to be here now, to be able to share that wisdom and that love, not just the councils, but my own wisdom and love for you guys, is just Very heartwarming. It lifts my spirit. It helps me feel better. And that's why I do it as well. So much credit to all of you. Delightful. Find evidence of how you shine and sparkle. Full of delight. All right, my dear ones. Thank you, Hannah. Yes, it will hopefully see you down the road. Feel better. I hope that you are continuing to mend. Everybody hold your hands out in Hannah's direction. We love her simply because she exists. Wow, very beautiful. I'm glad you love them. Thomas, I love them too. They are so much fun and joy and unconditional love. Unconditional love is coming up everywhere and feels so exciting, Madeline says. I totally love the perspective on unconditionally feeling good. All right, my dear ones. Who's going to Joanne's live? I will see you there in 15 minutes or so. If you haven't checked it out, go check out Joanne Spiller. She's got a live in 17 minutes. We're going to do Mahal beads. I think it's still on. Is it still on? I think so. I don't know. Anyways, quite the journey today, Peter Brooks says, Greg. See you in chats and on the flip side. Indeed, Peter Brook. Love you dearly. It's good to see you. I'm glad you were able to join us. It's been a while. All right. Have a great rest of the weekend, guys. Absolutely joyful to be here with you today. Thank you for all of your donations, for supporting my work in the world. I look forward to receiving those next month. And that is going to be it for me. Yes, it's Joanne's birthday yesterday. Yay. Oh, that's right. I said happy birthday to her on Facebook. All right, dear ones. I bow to you in great love, respect, and appreciation, in reverence for who you are in the world and for being part of this collective. Whether you come forward and join us for future things or not, understand, and this is coming from me and the council, understand that you are part of this collective. Whether you see me again or not, you are part of this collective. Okay? Take that to heart. Really own that. Claim that. It's part of your birthright, and you're worthy of it simply because you exist. How's that? Okay, I gotta go. 11:44 p.m. there. Very cool. We'll get some rest, Madeline. Much love to you all. I will see you later. Oh, I'll send you out to the outro, and I will hopefully see all of you later. If not, I'll see whoever. Bye. Love you dearly.